John Williams, who wrote all the music for like Star Wars.
Copyright.
Stop the copyright.
Yes. Good morning, everybody, as you join us live or you are watching the replay. We hope that you like that new little theme song. Wolsey got a little bit creative there.
I just looked up news theme songs.
He wanted us to go a bit more pro. So, good morning from wherever you are tuning in from around the world. I brought my plant Hope on today's episode. I just thought that was a bit relative. Hope in a time of we need hope. Okay, so welcome back to all of those tuning in though. As I said, we are coming to you live from our news desk, which is also our kitchen bench. And we start off our Good News channel every single day with the phenomenal news of those recovered by the coronavirus or from the coronavirus, which now stands at over 400,000 people. So 443,870 people have recovered from COVID-19.
That's news we're celebrating.
I actually made Morgan do the percentages on it this morning, and it's like, it's
23%.
23%, like that's high, guys.
23%, yeah. And I think a lot of the other, like, if you look at the infection rate, a lot of those are still getting through it.
Indeed.
Okay, so,
if you're joining us live, by the way,
happy Easter. Easter weekend.
Yeah, but chat with us. We love a little bit of banter. We've got it up so we can see your comments. So we see you all jumping on live. Thank you for tuning in. Okay.
Cool. So jumping now to a couple, you can decide whether these people are crazy or just straight up legends. But there's a couple from Canada. Their names are Justin and Justine. Well, that's a bit... Okay. Anyway, they're sitting at home. They saw a meme, and that's basically the gist of this
I've seen this meme.
If you're having a hard time staying home, just shave your eyebrows. So they did it, and they filmed it, thinking they might get 100 views or something like that. It's actually gone viral. At last count, it'd been viewed by over 124,000 people and shared nearly 8,500 times. So
go and look for it. So yeah, Justine, look it up on Facebook with, shaving eyebrows. It is freaking hilarious and they look ridiculous, but they did it for some laughs. Like, I just think that's brilliant. Okay.
Well, in the words of Donald Trump, I don't think I'll be doing that.
Is that his thing?
Whether he said that, he would like, they released a thing that was
nobody cares. Okay. Now for some phenomenal news that I love to bring you guys from the environment, and this time it actually comes from NASA. Shout out to NASA. Revealing that air pollution in northeast areas of the USA have dropped by 30%, as millions are obviously under lockdown due to the pandemic. Now, NASA have been recording this since 2005, so 15 years, and in that 15-year period, it is the lowest monthly atmospheric nitrogen dioxide levels during any March. So 15 years, 15 Marches, the lowest monthly, pollution.
Pollution down.
Pollution down.
It's good.
Good for the environment. Stay inside, turns out.
Okay, so we have brought news from Ireland before.
I don't know.
We have the postcards.
Yes.
So this is news from, we'll say, the Republic of Ireland. So
yes.
South Ireland,
yes.
right? So Conor McGregor last year in May 2019 committed to building 8 houses for disadvantaged and homeless people. We're pleased to announce that those houses have actually been completed. They're 3-bedroom homes, and they're for families doing it rough. The only thing they're waiting on is for the Dublin City Council to sign off on it. And this is why I think councils...
Can I rant? I could rant on council.
We could.
Anyway, Dublin City Council, we're waiting on you. We're waiting on you. There's homes ready to be housed with the homeless, which is incredible. Okay, so sticking now with ordinary humans doing extraordinary things. And I was like, people are going to be like, he's not ordinary. I say he is, because what I love is that when people don't wait for governments, and that's something that Connor did. So this is the same now, and this is coming now. We're taking you back to the States, where an anonymous donor, I love this story, paid $5,000, obviously US, worth of groceries at a Massachusetts store, helping the most vulnerable during this pandemic. So it really is a totally anonymous donor. They still don't know who it is. He or she, they didn't even say that, rang the store over in America as well. They're doing the 1 hour open for the vulnerable or the immune, or whatever it is, like the vulnerable people. And they called and said to the store manager roughly how many people go through the store at that time. And the store manager said about 30 to 40. And this anonymous donor said, okay, well, I'm willing to put in $5,000 US or 5,000 in their terms, to help cover as many groceries as possible. And it covered every single one of their groceries. So it was up to or just over 5,000. And he said, or she said, I feel male energy. I don't know. But they said that to the store manager, he said, why are you doing this? And they said, they just simply wanted to make a meaningful contribution.
There you go. I'm
I
sure
feel
that
like
helped out.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so guys, good news for dog owners, and this really is this shouldn't have to be news, but it is good news, so we're going to share it with you guys.
News.
It's great news, right? So China have officially reclassified dogs from livestock to pets, which means that it's now illegal to eat them.
Yay for China!
Yeah.
Welcome to 2020.
They have labelled this as a potential game changer in animal welfare, and I hope so.
You think?
I hope so.
Now we just need to get them to stop eating bats, and we'll be halfway there.
Yeah.
But go China, we're
Good
proud
on
of
you.
you.
We're happy about anything positive.
Yes. Okay, taking you now to some unbelievably beautiful news. So this is probably my favourite story of the day, and it's over in England, where a 99-year-old army veteran who's raised over £500,000 for NHS Charities Together. So the charity's called Charities Together Charity. This gentleman's name is Tom Moore.
Laser beam.
Tom Moore, and he set a goal to complete 100 laps of his Bedfordshire garden by today. So it will be Thursday, England time, with the aid of his frame. So he's a 99-year-old war vet. He's actually 100 on your birthday.
Oh, there you go.
I know, that's very
Great
good. We
man.
have a toast to him.
Yeah.
But what he's doing, he's completing 70 laps of his 25-metre loop garden, and he does them in 10 loop laps just to not overexert himself. And he's just overwhelmed. This was the thing, he's overwhelmed. He had a goal to raise £1,000, but it went a little bit viral, as good news does, and he's been overwhelmed by the public support with over 24,000 people contributing to help raise the fundraiser goals. And what I love about this is he's not done it for the corona. He actually had cancer and he broke his hip, and the NHS looked after him and he made a full recovery, and so he wanted to raise £1,000 for them, and has consequently raised $500,000.
That's
So,
great.
Tom Moore, we love you and we're cheering you on, and we can't wait to raise a toast to you on April 30.
So fantastic. That's good news there.
Fantastic.
So just before I move into my bit, just actually some extra good Irish news that I actually saw.
Oh, here we go.
And I don't know whether this is north or south. I think it's probably.
We're very
North.
politically correct.
I'm not too sure because there's a prime minister, but the prime minister of Ireland. He's actually a doctor, and he's gone back to working part time so that's obviously really good news. Other good
I would
news.
take him as a
So I
prime
think
minister.
it must be the president of Ireland, so south, has 2 dogs. These big like Saint Bernard dogs that go everywhere with him.
Oh, it's probably more security.
No, he just has these
I'd
dogs
be that guy.
everywhere.
I would be that
That's
guy.
great.
If I was prime minister, I would take Zeusy everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so now on to what I'm actually meant to talk about. Sidetrack note. Some entertainment slash smooth listening. Smooth.
We got to plan that.
Patrick Stewart, known famously for his role in X-Men and amongst other roles as well, that's Professor X. He is reading a Shakespeare sonnet. I don't even know what a sonnet is.
A sonnet is like
a chapter.
Wherefore
Like
art
an
thou
atlas.
Romeo?
Yeah. So anyway, he's doing one of those a day on his Facebook page. He's up to number 26.
Yep.
And our friend and neighbour Jessie alerted us to this as well. So he's reported to have a voice that's a mix between Morgan Freeman and Donald Sutherland.
She texted and she said, guys, you got to report this. He's a sexy mix between Morgan Freeman and I don't know who Donald Sutherland is.
And he's good mates with the other guy.
But apparently you could listen to this man read sonnets all day, so I'm here for it.
Who's the guy who plays Magneto?
I'm really bad at this game. I don't know.
And he also was...
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
They should do
that guy.
They should do a live stream with it.
Yeah.
Share parts. Okay, it's cool. So, life pro tip before Anna takes us out. Life pro tip for today. If you're unsure what to do with leftovers in your cupboard or fridge,
This is possibly my favourite one.
this is a good quarantine tip to save
Yeah.
you having to go out unnecessarily. There's a website called myfridgefood.com.
Say it again.
Just going to repeat it again. myfridgefood.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can go there and you can enter the ingredients onto just like their page, and then you hit a button and it spits out recipes for things you can make right now without having to leave your house to go to the shops unnecessarily. So
Which I love.
that's called myfridgefood.com.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Okay, that's everything for today, you guys. We'll be back on Friday with our next rendition of the Good News Channel. And in the meantime, I was going to be like, make sure today, but always spread a little love.
Or mayonnaise.
Or mayonnaise. Ooh, yeah. Yum.
See ya.
Bye.